Whether it's a novel, a quick text message, a scientific paper, or an ad you see online, we are literally surrounded by writing. But have you ever really stopped to think about all the different styles of writing we use? It's so much more than just putting words on a page. It's really about choosing the right tool for the right job. And today, we're going to explore exactly what that means.
Think about it. We use that one simple word, write. But writing an email to your boss is completely different from writing a poem, right? And that's totally different from, say, writing the instructions for putting together a new piece of furniture. Clearly, writing isn't just one single thing.
So a much better way to think about this is like a map. Writing isn't one straight road. It's this huge, sprawling map with all these different countries and territories. And every single style on that map has its own unique purpose. So let's explore that map together and see how everything connects.
So here's our game plan. We're going to start with the basics, the 5 core styles that are kind of like our compass. Then we'll explore 2 huge territories, academic and professional writing, and then creative and media writing. And finally, we'll talk about how you can figure out your own path on this map.
Okay, so before we go exploring, every good adventure needs a compass, right? Well, in the world of writing, our compass is made up of 5 fundamental styles. Just about every single piece of writing you'll ever read is built using these core ingredients.
First up, we've got the oldest and maybe the most natural style of all, narrative writing. This is pure storytelling. We're talking about your favorite book, a movie you just saw, or even just a great story a friend tells you over dinner. It's got characters, a plot, a beginning, a middle, and an end. Its whole job is to take you on a journey.
Next, there's descriptive writing. Now, if narrative writing takes you on a journey, descriptive writing is like pausing that journey to just take in the view. Its goal is to paint a picture in the reader's mind, using all the senses, what you see, hear, smell, taste, and feel. It's all about creating a really vivid moment.
Then we have expository writing. This is the no-nonsense style of pure explanation. Its only job is to inform you, to define something, or to clarify how something works. Think textbooks, news articles, how-to guides. Heck, even this explainer is a form of expository writing. Clarity is king here.
All right, now things get interesting with persuasive writing. Here, the writer has a clear agenda. They're not just giving you facts, they are actively trying to convince you of something. This style often appeals to your emotions and your beliefs to get you to agree with them or, more importantly, to take some kind of action.
And right next door is its close cousin, argumentative writing. Now, this style also wants to convince you, but it goes about it in a totally different way. Instead of appealing to your feelings, it builds a case using logic, hard facts, data, and evidence. It's all about proving a point with a solid, rational argument.
And this is a super important distinction. Here's the easiest way to think about it. Persuasive writing often aims for the heart. Argumentative writing aims for the head. One wants you to feel its point, the other wants you to think its point. Both are powerful, but they use very different playbooks.
All right, we've got our compass. Now let's explore our first major territory on the map. This is the land of structure, of rules, of goal-oriented writing, the kind you find in school and at work.
In the academic world, it's all about being rigorous and providing proof. A history essay, a lab report, a user manual for a new app, they all seem different, but they share a common DNA. They lean heavily on those expository and argumentative styles we just talked about.
Now, when we step into the professional world, the focus shifts a little bit. Here, it's all about clarity, being efficient, and driving action. Business writing needs to be direct and get straight to the point, because time is money. Whether it's a sales report or a project proposal, there's always a specific business goal in mind. And this is a fantastic, simple way to tell 2 of them apart. A proposal is all about the future. It's persuasive. It's saying, hey, here's what we should do. But a report? That's all about the past. It's expository. It says, here's what happened and what we learned from it. One kicks off the journey, the other sums it up.
Okay, let's pack our bags and travel to a totally different part of the map. We're leaving the lands of formal structure behind and heading into the wild realms of imagination, emotion, and mass communication.
This is the territory powered by narrative and descriptive writing. Fiction builds whole new worlds from scratch. Poetry uses language in a very specific way to capture a single feeling or moment. And a memoir takes real life and shapes it into a story worth telling. It's all about art and expression here.
Now, in the world of media and marketing, the writing is always tailored to the specific audience and the platform. A journalist tries to be objective,
A blogger wants to be helpful or entertaining, and a social media post, it has about 2 seconds to grab your attention. In this part of the map, the platform is everything.
This slide clears up something people get confused about all the time. Copywriting is direct persuasion. It's the buy now button. It's the sign up today email. Its only goal is to make you do something. Content writing is different. It's about building a relationship by giving you something valuable, like information or entertainment, so that you learn to trust the source.
So, we've explored the core styles, we've journeyed through some pretty big territories, but now we get to the most important question. How does any of this actually help you? Okay, look, seeing all these different styles laid out can feel a little overwhelming. But don't worry, the goal is not for you to become a master of everything from poetry to technical writing. That's not the point at all. The real power of this map is that it gives you context. So the next time you sit down to write anything, you can just ask yourself, okay, where am I on the map right now? Am I telling a story? Am I explaining something? Am I trying to convince someone? Just knowing your location helps you pick the perfect tools for the job.
And this right here is the biggest takeaway. The truly great writers aren't people who have perfected just one style. They're skilled navigators. They understand the whole map, and they know how to adapt their style to fit their purpose and their audience. Writing isn't about mastering one thing. It's about being a curious explorer.
I'll leave you with this question. Think about the very last thing you wrote. Was it an email, a grocery list, a social media comment? Where does it fit on this map? Because understanding that is the first step to becoming a more aware, a more effective, and a much more confident writer.